Being gay is actually a gift. Welcome back to my channel. If you are here for the first time, my name is Charles. I am a queer Nigerian navigating life, living my truth, and living my life unapologetically. Let's just talk about the things that I'm unlearning as a queer Nigerian. Growing up as Nigerian and growing up in Nigeria, you are always told that being gay is something that is bad, that being gay is evil, that it is un-African, you are not supposed to be gay, this is not what we do, it is against our land, you shouldn't be gay. You are evil, you need to find Jesus. Homosexuality is something that is brought to us by the Westerners. You hear all of these things and you begin to internalize majority of the things that you've heard. And that can be very difficult for a lot of people. I grew up not accepting who I am wholeheartedly. Until the age of 18, I never really paid attention to this. I'm living my life, I didn't know the name of who I am until I started hearing a lot of things. Then I learned a lot of negative things that made it difficult for me to be gay, for me to be myself authentically. I did a lot of work to get to where I am today. Unlearning the fear of being seen. I used to always think that visibility is dangerous. I used to hide and never ever will want to express myself. I expressed myself, but I never ever spoke about my sexuality publicly because I was always worried. I have told this story so many times. I have a podcast and I've had these conversations on my podcast as well, and I've had these conversations on TikTok Live where I said that I will go to places like in Manchester. If I see someone that is black, I will always think that they will know me. Even if they don't know me, I will think they will know my brother. I was always making myself small. I was always not wanting to tell anybody about me being gay, about my sexuality. I quickly realized that shrinking myself and making myself small will never ever help me. It will never protect me. All it was doing for me was sapping away my joy. It was eating me up. It was making me unhappy. I was suffering mentally. Hiding and not wanting anyone to know about you, about your sexuality, can be energy sapping. It can be mentally exhausting. So now, whenever I speak to anybody, I always say to them, live your life authentically. It is okay to be gay. Be okay with who you are. You don't have to announce to the whole world. Unlearning that queerness is something to hide. Religion, culture, and society told me that it's horrible, that it's evil to be queer, that it is a sin to be gay, that being gay is not something that is natural, that it is evil. If you are gay, you are going to go to hell. I have heard this time and time and time and time again. And before you know it, you internalize these things. You believe them to be your truth. You believe that it is a sin. A friend of mine was having difficulties with jobs. A lot of things in his life weren't working for him the way he wanted them to work. And he said to me, God is punishing me because of I'm gay. The way this really made me sad. That really broke my heart because that is not true. Having misfortunes and not being able to progress in your career does not have anything to do with your sexuality. The right time for you will come. It is just not happening for you right now. Your sexuality does not have any bearing in you not getting a job, in you not being successful. I said to him, you know there are a lot of successful people who are homosexuals, who are LGBTQIA plus individuals, who are progressing in their career. What will you say about these people? And he was just looking at me because the truth of the matter is your queerness doesn't have anything to do with you being a good person, a kind person, you being rich, being poor, being healthy. It doesn't have anything to do with that. If you are a bad person, you are a bad person regardless of your sexuality. One thing I have realized for myself is that being gay is actually a gift. It is amazing. We are unique. We are wonderful. Queer people are wonderful. I will never make myself small for any human being. I'm just going to live my life, do what I need to do, follow the golden rule of humanity. Just live this life the way it comes to me. On the last day, if there is heaven or hell, which I don't believe in, then let me go there. As long as I'm here, I'm going to live out loud and be gay. Unlearning that love has to hurt. If people love you, they won't hurt you. They will not disrespect you. They will not treat you like shit. They will treat you like a human being. You know, some of these people who will think that because a parent is beating you up, giving you punishments, making your life difficult means that they love you. Love doesn't have to hurt. Love has to be sweet, kind, amazing, wonderful. If you're making my life miserable and painful, that means you do not love me. Real love isn't pain. If your family love you unconditionally, your sexuality shouldn't be a problem. I have learned that my brothers do not love me unconditionally, and that's okay. Unlearning the binary. Masculine, feminine, it is all a construct. It is all a social construct. I'm a gay man, so I only am attracted to men. That doesn't mean that the roles have to be, oh, you have to be a woman, you have to be a man. There are people who have different kinds of energies. Their energy may be feminine today, tomorrow they will be, I feel masculine today. So they play with what they wear, they dress how they feel. That song, I can be a boy, I can be a girl. Whatever you feel like. Today you feel like dressing up like a girl. Good. Tomorrow you feel like dressing up like a man. Good. Just be who you want to be. It doesn't really matter. It is all about you. At the end of the day, it is you. How you want to identify. You're still you. Unlearning silence. I have been so silent forever. I will never forget this. There's a friend of mine, he's a very close friend of mine from Manchester. He's Mancunian. One time he said to me, Charles, he calls me by my Igbo name. Why are you not assertive? You don't assert yourself. You don't say anything. I talked. I just felt like who I am, because I am queer, I am gay, I should make myself small in certain aspects of my life. I was doing that without actually realizing. He said to me that I noticed something. There are other times in your life where you just like, you talk, but there are certain times when you don't really express yourself when I expect you to. Why is that? You shouldn't be doing that to yourself. I quickly realized that my silence in that aspect was my safety blanket, because if I'm silent, people will not know that I'm gay. They will not ask too much. When people ask me about girlfriends or when are you getting married, I would say to them, oh, marriage is antiquated. Now, I chose loud joy, visible joy, visibility. I want to be seen. I'm ready to speak about who I am anywhere. I'm out loud. I'm okay. I just want to be who I am boldly. That's what I'm doing now. That's why I'm creating videos like this. That is why I am on TikTok. That is why I do TikTok lives. That is why I have my podcast, Igbo Queer and Unfiltered Podcast. I'm living my life. I don't care anymore. There is no need to be silent. Silence is not going to get me anywhere. Silence was bringing me misery. It was bringing me sadness. I was not being myself authentically. Now I don't have to pretend that I'm so and so. That is why I say to people, everyone in my village knows I'm gay. I'm going to live my life. I am not perfect. I am still unlearning. I'm a work in progress, and that is what is going to continue to happen. Life is a learning curve. We learn every day. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful time. I will see you in the next one.